What's happening, everybody? It's your Dosha the Fly Guy, and welcome back to another episode of Ask Dosh Anything. Now, I know it's been a while, so let's get to the questions. Boy, we got a lot of them. Now, before y'all say anything, I know I missed last week, and no, it was not because of Destiny. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to the questions. I'm going to tackle last week's first, so let's get into it. Do you like Mortal Kombat? Are you excited for MK10? I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, but not a huge one. When I was little, I used to love all the blood and gore and the crazy stuff. My favorite characters, of course, being Scorpion. Scorpion was great. I mean, who doesn't like Scorpion, right? Also, I was a big Raiden and Quan Chi fan. A couple of other characters started coming up that I did appreciate. So, like Rain. When I did play MK9, I played Rain. I loved Rain. Hopefully, his playstyle is kind of similar. I love what they did with the new Mortal Kombat. And MK10 is going to be nice, but I'm not really hyped for it. Anonymous asks, what do you think of re-releasing games from a bit of time ago, like Resident Evil? I don't mind re-releases. Actually, that's kind of the thing that's keeping my company that I really love, Sega, afloat. So I don't have any problems with that. In regards to Resident Evil, I'm happy to see that there's another remake, which I'm trying to figure out, like, is that remake the remake of the remake or a remake of the original? It looks like the remake of the remake, and I probably got y'all confused, but either way, here's my thoughts on this. I'm gonna get it anyway. I like re-releases. This is gonna be my 5th time buying Resident Evil. I got a Sega Saturn version. I got Resident Evil Director's Cut on PlayStation. I got Resident Evil, the remake on GameCube. I got Resident Evil Deadly Silence. I think that's what it's called. The one that's on the Nintendo DS. And I'm about to get this one. So yeah, I don't mind re-releases. Trey Lane asks, why do you call yourself Shidosha the Fly Guy? Alright, I'll get into the history of Shidosha later, but let me give you a little bit of insight on the Fly Guy. See, that's a frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? Being tied to something like the Fly Guy kind of forces me to stay up on my game and take care of myself. So I had to pick a name that forces me to always look good, because if I don't, I get called out on it, right? Like, how you gonna call yourself the Fly Guy and you don't look fly? So that name forced me to take care of myself, get to the gym, dress right, you know, groom myself, take care of myself. It's a frame of mind, and if you have something like that and you try your hardest to live by it, it becomes you. It becomes who you are. So it became my personality. That's just the way I am. When I walk around, I always walk around with that kind of poise, like I appreciate myself, like I like myself, like I'm fly, you know, something like that. And there you go, Shidosha the Fly Guy. When, you know, it sticks, and when you walk around, you see it for yourself. So you should try that. Like, if there's a type of person that you want to be, who you choose to be, some kind of personality, persona that you really want to make you, the real you, try that. Try to have like a subtitle like that and use that upon yourself. It'll force you to keep up with it, and then you will become whatever it is. If you could live anywhere, like if you were rich, anywhere you want, where would you live? It's a weird way to structure the question, but I mean, no matter what, my number one places would be wherever I can get the most work done and be around the people that I appreciate the most. Right now, that's California. Yeah, it seems like the land of paradise, right? I mean, what with all the earthquakes and the water drought and all that crazy stuff, yeah. It's a hotbed for the things that I love to do, the things that I want to do, and it's really where the people who I appreciate the most, they live. They all motivate me over there. So, I mean, no matter what, it would probably be California, most likely Santa Monica, because, I mean, I really like that environment. And honestly, the cost of living in there, over at Santa Monica, pretty much the same where I am now, so why not, right? If you were a superhero, what would be your name and your catchphrase? If Batman says, I am the Knight, you can say, I am the Dosh. But if you can think of something, do it. Actually, I definitely would not say I am the Dosh. In regards to a superhero personality, I'd probably be Boatman. That sucks. No, that's even worse. Okay, no, that sucks. That sucks. Boatman is terrible, but I probably would still run with it just because it's so bad. You know, Boat being, of course, best of all time, right? So I could say I'm the Boat, but I already say that. It already sounds dumb. I guess I already am a superhero. Do you like beaches or wilderness? You know, camping, etc. Yeah, no, I don't mind a nice little beach. Love beaches. Nice, sexy beach. Nude beaches, clean beaches. I don't mess with dirty beaches. I went to a dirty beach once, you know, kind of left with something I didn't need. You know, gotta clean your beaches, man. It's not a cool thing. Would you rather live in Hawaii or Australia? I don't know. Probably Hawaii, because the wildlife in Australia is kind of loco. There's some creatures that I never heard of. It seems like everything is poisonous and everything is huge. Yeah, I'd rather just take the sharks. Dosha, have you ever had one of those moments that you're talking to a girl online, just chilling and bringing up the most silly subjects and questions, just to keep talking to her, and she just leaves you hanging at some points? Like, just skip it, you know? I don't know about you, but that pisses me off a bit. Well, I would say don't overexert anything. I mean, if you're having a situation like that, chances are you're trying too hard. So just chill. I mean, if you got nothing to talk about, get off the phone. You know what I'm saying? It makes it seem like you're really just tying up their time. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, she reads the conversation and it's going nowhere. And it's, y'all cool, you know, somebody might be cool to talk to. Actually, I've done this to somebody before, where the person kept just talking and talking and talking, and she really wasn't saying much of anything. And I know that sounds harsh and mean and rude to say, but it was like, well, I want to get off the phone now. You know? And yeah, that's mean, I guess, but you know, like, people have stuff to do. People have things to do, and it really sucks when you know, I mean, not to take away from who you are and who they are, and maybe y'all really do like each other, but you know, I move fast, really, really fast. So it's like, I don't want to be caught up on the phone all the time, doing a bunch of jibber jabber. Like, we can meet up, if anything, right? So, yeah, I mean, small talk is cool, it's fun, it's cool to do sometimes, but like, I'm not trying to sit on the phone with you for like 6 hours talking about nothing. And I might leave you hanging that way. So, yeah, and in regards of if it's happened to me, of course, happens to us all. What songs do you listen to? When you think about it, it is old as F. Alright, I was thinking about this last week. I just didn't talk about it because, you know, I forgot to film because I was totally not playing Destiny. I was listening to some music from the Harlem Diplomats, the Dipset, if you guys remember that. And keep this in mind. The Dipset era, if you follow hip-hop, it was 10 years ago. It's 2014, about to be 2015. The Dipset era was, you know, with the red, white, and blue outfits on, the throwback jerseys, the paint, the boots, all those patches, and all that dress code and style and that kind of music. That was 10 years ago. I'm old, man. I'm still 20-something, but I'm old. Chris Cruz asks, do you think buying a 360 will be worth it now? The blue one with the Ghosts and the Black Ops 2. Well, alright, so the game library for the Xbox 360 is pretty awesome. In regards to online play, which is probably what you're talking about, chances are most people do not have an Xbox One yet, but the holidays are coming, so this is the tricky part. Do you want to invest in a 360 when most people, by the time of the holidays, will be moving to the new consoles and getting Black Ops 2? Well, excuse me, Advanced Warfare? Or do you stick around for the older games? It's really wishy-washy, and it really comes down to how good will Advanced Warfare be. Because if it sucks, we all going right back to Black Ops 2 again. It's a hard call. It's a great deal for the 360. Honestly, you gotta make the choice. Would you punish your child if he or she broke one of your old game consoles or carts? Nah. What do you think created us all? Well, that's a religious question. I don't really do religious questions, but I'm gonna answer this one just because it's really I don't know, I guess it's a bit of perception. A lot of people say, you know, the primordial ooze, the primordial soup, and all of this other stuff. And some people will go for the creationism thing. I choose not to pick a side simply because I don't know. I mean, there's sciences, and there's beliefs, and then there's all these other challenges, but until I do my own personal research, I don't have the answer to that question. Alright, and that is all the questions from last week, but we are not done. Check out the next part when I drop it, and we'll get into this week's questions. And in the meantime, I'm totally not going to play Destiny again.